Hotep. This is Nimrodon Zero. I'm trying to come forward to you with some information in a very cohesive fashion that you can digest comfortably. I want to say this as simply and as straightforward as possible. We are in a type of matrix. Even though there was a movie about the matrix and it seemed like fantasy, there is a reality or realistic aspect to this movie. We are controlled. From the cradle, we are under control. When we are birthed and brought into this world, there are certain chemicals and drugs that are introduced to our systems that begin our systematic docility, or a manner in which we become docile and submissive. It's in the water in the form of fluoride. Fluoride is nothing more than a neuropathic agent. It destroys nerve tissue. It destroys cognitive thought. It takes away aggressive tendencies. It makes an individual submissive and slow to thought. It is there for a reason. Okay? It does not fix your teeth. In fact, it actually accelerates the decay of teeth and the decay of nerve tissue. Look it up. It's right there. It's a weird thing about this society we're in. We are lied to constantly, but the truth is often sitting right in front of our faces, because the enemy must document the truth somewhere. It is an inner compulsion. So I said all of that to say, yes, slavery begins the minute you start drinking the water. Other slave systems is this so-called educational or school system. Children are not educated. As a matter of fact, if a child exemplifies any true facets of being an individual with some level of intellect and he is black, he is pinpointed, he is targeted, and he is given even more indoctrination lessons than the average child, because his spirit must be broken. He will be the child that they will say has an attention deficit disorder. He is the one that will get attention deficit medication, which does a number of things, like compromises his liver. It also compromises his hormone levels as far as the amount of testosterone. So this will render him impotent later on in life, and he will have more feministic attributes, because it was said a long time ago by one of the so-called leaders of this country that any black male demonstrating leadership qualities must be pinpointed and destroyed. The only leaders that will survive are leaders of their own choosing. Keep this in mind. Another part of the control system, again, is the health department, which is responsible for the drugs that are administered and placed in our food. This is also in in concert with the Food and Drug Administration, which is the FDA. The FDA currently is working with a company called Monsanto's. Monsanto's is responsible for genetically altering our food. They are also responsible for genetic tampering of food. They are also responsible for the strange vaccines that are being given to livestock and animals. Okay, Monsanto's is a part of the eugenics program. The eugenics program works in concert with the protocols of the learned elders of Zion. These protocols require that 80% of the population on Earth be removed over a certain period of time. That process has already begun. It begun prior to the implementation of a process called Codex Alimentarius. These are things that are easily found and accessible. There is a move to remove the so-called non-productive parts of society. It is imperative that you go and investigate what I'm telling you. I will be back with more information on our mental slavery. This is the Nimrodon Zero, and I am out.